Well, are these cheap aluminium diff housings any good? Are the tolerances good? We'll soon find out. So we're going to see how it all fits in there. This is how it came out of this diff. I had to put a new crown gear on there because there was one tooth missing, and of course also a new pinion. This is how it came out of there, out of this plastic one. Now we're going to see how it fits in this one. So first we're going to take this off. So this complete thing costs about $60 for two. What can you do when you have all these kinds of screws and you don't know where to put them? Well, I use this. It's a simple hex that comes in the boxes and you can stick them in there. And then you know the length of the screw that has to go in there. So here you can see it goes all the way through, so it doesn't matter. But over here, it's only have to be a screw this long. Otherwise, when you put it longer in there, sometimes it breaks off or something. So be careful before when you do this. Always test the screws. Don't thread them in there like a lunatic and bust the screw. So normally we had one shim on the plastic one, like this, and this one went in there. So then we have to put this one in there. This one is for the plastic. This one is for this one. Now let's see how this fits in there. Like I said, these two shims came out of the plastic one. We're going to put them back in there, see how it fits. Maybe we have to shim it one more, depends, we'll see. I think there can be a little room for one more, so we're going to try one more. So I got the 3 shims in there because it was a little fiddly, but I got it in there. I'm going to close it up, not completely, but I'm going to put this thing on there. And see how it is like this. And I don't know if you can see it, but I think this is shimmed pretty good. So it's completely together and it went really good. So everything is mounted on the housings, and I also designed this thing here that I 3D printed in flexible filament. This is going to be a barrier between the diff and the chassis plate, and I hope it's going to work to keep all the crud out here, because as you all know, there's a lot of sand and debris and everything goes underneath the diff. So I hope this is going to work as a simple barrier. So we encountered a little problem. These holes, they were mounted like this, but because I have this big cooler now, the wires are going to be too short and I don't want to lengthen them, cut them and everything. I don't want to do that. I'm going to unscrew these and turn this a little bit, so these holes are sitting like this. So this is how it looks on the inside. And when you open this motor, this jumps off a little bit. There's a little pressure pushing this upwards. Magnetic pressure, I presume. So when you tighten these screws, tighten them crosswise, you know. So you push it down equally, not like this, crooked. Otherwise you're going to damage your bearing or something like that. So this is good. Now we are mounting the rear on there with those new shiny aluminium diff housings, and of course with this rubbery thing I made, and this is going to sit like this. So this is how it looks this far, and some of you are already seeing it. A little carbon fiber here, so there's going to be more carbon fiber on this great machine. I hope you can see it all right because I'm sitting in front of the camera. But yeah, it's sitting all right. So I had to adjust a lot of things here. I drilled these holes out until 4mm. Normally they are 3.1. Took the Dremel out and had to change this angle a bit and put it a little deeper, otherwise I had to drill those holes even bigger. I haven't done anything about this one, the rear one, yet, and as you can see they fit perfectly on the plastic housing. On this one, on the aluminium cheap housing, there it's a little different. If you got them and you want to adjust these things, these are a lot cheaper, but we'll still have to find out if they're any good. So far these tolerances, I don't like it. Also, word of advice, don't use power tools on this aluminium stuff, because if the first thread isn't seated correctly, you're going to strip the threads out, and you don't want that, because then you have to throw it away. You can drill a bigger hole and maybe put an M4 in it, but we don't want to do that. So be careful, take the first one, watch out with threading. If it fits good, yeah, then you turn it up, otherwise you're definitely gonna strip it out. Also, on all the Arrma cars you have these little tiny things, and I hate them because you always lose them. Or I made something else, I made these. So these are also carbon fiber, and it's just one thing, it's 4mm stick, because the combined part is also 4mm stick. You have to push it in between there. You push this thing in, and then it's going in there like this. You just turn it on here. See, it all works. Now putting the center brace in. This is 8mm. So apart from all the problems I had with the shock towers not fitting correctly on the aluminium diff housings, because even the standard ones didn't fit on there perfect, so the diff housings are not the best. The plastic ones, the shock towers fitted perfectly on the plastic one, you saw it. Sorry about the sound, but it runs real smooth. So we'll see how it goes, and we're going to test them out, the diff housings. I'm gonna keep you posted on all the stuff from the diff housing. So if you want this carbon fiber, of course, hook me up.